Everyone thinks because you're a zombie, you don't know good coffee. Well, they're wrong. There's only one brew that gets my seal of approval. Deadly Grounds coffee is my guilty pleasure. The aroma is so intoxicating. It brings all of my neighbors out of the woodwork. Deadly Grounds coffee. Coffee to die for and zombie approved. It's good to get a little deadly. Use the front door! Oh, they're so disgusting.
Hey, happy Wednesday, everybody. You're watching Mid Week Geeks. My name's Leo. I'm the monkey behind the keyboard here. We have a fun show for you, as always. And with us today, Jar Jar.
Hey, I'm the guy across the way from the monkey behind the keyboard.
Okay.
Good to see you all tonight.
but not literally.
Not really.
Brandon.
Not like across the table, like across the interwebs.
We need to do that kind of a show.
That would be an interesting show. I can't wait to see who throws the first punch. It'll be fantastic.
He's literally right behind him the whole time.
Yeah. Hey, hi everyone. Powerful Brandon here. I'm here. So are you. Let's see what we can do with that.
I love that you
very
match.
90s.
Well, very blue also. I love how you match. Everything matches.
He always matches.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Thank you, Remy. What are you fucking new? Like, wow, I really like the way you like match your clothes. Oh, you mean like I'm doing every time you've ever seen me on camera and in real life, ever?
No, I mean even the microphone. Like
I think that's
always blue, bro. Always.
But today you're blue.
No, I'm pretty happy, man. But thanks for implying that. I mean, I'm Irish, so I'm actually like I'm more than a little sad all the time. But that's more cultural / genetic than anything else.
It comes with the blood, huh?
I mean, it comes with the
guilt.
Roman / Irish Catholic upbringing. Are you fucking for real? Like when I hit like teenagedom, I said to a couple of friends of mine, my wife has heard me say this because I thought of it like back in high school. My father was like, he used to be a seminarian, and he really like was pushing like, you got to do this for life. And I'm like, that seems like a long commitment, man. And I don't know. I don't think I'm in this for the long haul. And this is after like 8 years of Catholic school. All right. And I was like, I tried to barter with him. I was like, Dad, what if I like did something that was just like Catholicism, except they just didn't do like confession? He's like, oh, really? What Protestant religion did you have in mind? I'm like, oh, all right. Calm down there, Chief. But I said to him, I was thinking maybe what if I went and became like an Episcopalian? He was like, Episcopalian? I was like, Dad, it's literally all the same rituals, no confession, and like half the guilt. It's like diet Catholic. It's fucking great. Like, let me do that. And joke is on me, because little did I realize at that point, like the guilt, even if I had switched out at that point, it's been instilled. Yeah, like there's too much Celtic and Ashkenazi Jewish in my background for me to not like always feel a little bad about something. Like whether or not it was last week or in second grade. I think a lot of us know exactly what I mean. Especially you, Leo.
Yeah. Sorry.
Welcome to the show, everyone.
Yo.
My boy, the guilt's been with you all the time. What was that? Hey, everybody.
And Kari, how's it going?
Oh, doing well. I don't match as well as Brandon does, so.
What do you mean? You're black. All in black.
Well, kind of. Okay, I guess
and
I'm
you
back
match
a
your
bit.
microphone and you match your background.
Well, shit. Hey, Brandon. I'm joining the club.
I mean, it's a nice start, but don't pretend you're on my level, all right?
I would.
Let's not do either one of us a disservice in that, okay?
My first comment to you ever as a fan was, "Wow, I love how well you match."
Let me show you this.
Oh dear
Lord! Take off one of my sneakers real quick.
Oh, sweet.
So, yeah, I strive for it usually.
I have that.
I just
color
bought another
scheme.
pair of those. Took me like a year to find them. I had to buy a half size up from what I normally wear, but whatever, man. I can wear these sneakers for the next like 17 to 18 years if I do it right. I'm not saying they'll wear out by then. I'll probably be dead. That's what I was going with.
I have that gradient saved as Brandon on my GIMP for when I make things.
I understand
have a very
lot of the words.
specific.
I understand a lot of the words you just said. I'm not quite sure if I understand the order in which you said them. Your GIMP? GIMP?
GIMP is like Photoshop for poor people.
Well, it's an open
It's
source.
freeware.
Yeah, it's
All right,
open
but
source.
Open source.
But poor knowledgeable people, because I was like, you're either talking about a bracelet type material that it was very popular. It's still very popular with like junior high school students, or somebody with a zipper mask made out of leather, or a whole bodysuit.
I had one of those back
waiting in the corner to be let free after some kind of lecherous rendezvous / tryst.
Jar Jar, he's right behind you.
The gimp's getting away.
Damn it.
Damn it, I
he's in
didn't lock
pink.
the basement.
But he's in that pink to blue kind of swirl. Yeah.
Nice. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a nice pair of these recently, brand new. I haven't even worn them yet, but they go into a very magenta, like fuchsia gradient. So it's like black at the top and then goes all into fuchsia throughout the rest of the design. They're fucking beautiful. And I took one look at them and I was like, okay, yeah, black fuchsia, that makes sense. And I turned to Dara, it's like they really fucking missed an opportunity with the nickname for this shoe. And she was like, why? And I was like, they really should have named it Black to the Fuchsia. For real. Like, yeah, I every single time I see them now, I'm like, I named you right. Nobody else did, buddy. It's okay.
That's good stuff right there.
Yeah, so anyways.
To the fuchsia. What's part 2 look like?
They're high tops. They're high tops at that point. You gotta find the high top version. And they can self-lace. And by that I mean I'll be like, Dara, can you tie my shoe for me? Now can you tie the other one? Oh, but you're already down there. Thank you. Self-lacing shoes. The future is now. I can't wait till she watches this. She always checks it out the next day, and I know like halfway through the morning, like she's gonna like come right over the table and be like, really? Self-lacing shoes because your wife is gonna be right there to tie them? And the thing is, like, you could I either just made that a self-fulfilling prophecy or she's purposely not going to do it now because I just said it on the show. And of course, she's hearing me say this as well. So now I have no fucking idea what's going to happen. I played myself. Fuck. She's in my head now.
It's a whole Dara inception.
You know, you're just going to have to do what everybody does when they turn 80, get like the Velcro laces.
I mean, I didn't have to turn 80 to fucking do that. I did, as a sneakerhead, I understand like what's a winning battle and what's a losing battle with that shit. And listen, when I was working as a machine operator, I went to Walmart and got myself a fucking like $8 pair of Velcro sneaks to wear to and from work after I changed into and out of my uniform, after wearing work boots and fucking, you know, Dickies shirts and pants all day. Yeah, I'm going to wear a crap pair of sneakers I can throw on, tighten real quick, and just get the fuck out of there. I'm not going to be rolling through my fucking locker room covered with chemicals over the past 35 years from the goddamn production floor. Like, oh, hey, everyone, you want to check out my new Jordans? Oh,
I feel like
hey, you guys want to check out my $230 pair of now knock around Jordans? Phenomenal.
It's like very logical solutions. I need to start calling you up when I need a logical solution to something. Just
yeah,
like,
I'm really
I'm
really good at handing them out to other people. If I could have a few to myself, it would really fucking make my day. I tell you, it's like being a muse. You can help everyone else. You can give them great ideas, and it's like, but I can't. But ironically, I have writer's block. Like, oh, wonderful. I don't mean me literally, just in that hypothetical. But anyway, on with the show.
The show.
Yeah. Did everybody watch that Nicolas Cage trailer I put in the chat?
The retirement plan?
Yeah.
I did.
Yes.
And right off the bat, the thing, it doesn't look bad, but I do have to say this, and this is a compliment, but it seems backhanded. But bear with me. Whomever the like makeup and hair artists and like special effects and all that on this movie, they should be given a fucking an Academy Award right now for next season based on this movie coming out, because that is the best fucking wig I have ever seen on Nicolas Cage in that trailer. Like, it legitimately looked like his hair. And that has not been the case for me whenever I look at Nicolas Cage since I saw Peggy Sue Got Married, I think.
Probably.
Are we watching the trailer? Are we watching the trailer with the fucking sound off and shit? What is happening right now?
Yeah, because the sound.
Welcome to Mid Week Geeks, where we'll rewatch the trailer you probably saw already, but with no sound on, and the rest of us being sort of silent throughout. I was happy to see Ashley Greene in this. I like her, and she has not been around in quite a while. Honestly, the last thing I saw her in was my God. What was it? 2009, 2010, a movie called Butter. And it starred Ty Burrell, Jennifer Garner, and Yara Shahidi from Blackish and Grownish. She's a little itty bitty kid in it. That just goes to show you exactly how long ago it was. But Ashley Greene plays Ty Burrell's daughter in it, and it's like after that, she was like fucking Kaiser Soze and shit.
I have to say, this trailer. Oh my God, I love it. I love it.
Yeah, just talk about the trailer and put the fucking trailer down.
It got my attention, and
but like you're just going through it, and not saying a fucking thing or pointing out anything that you're looking at. You're like, hey, I mean,
you were talking.
You may as well just showed me. You may as well just showed a fucking clip of a Charlie Chaplin movie, for Christ's sake. Like, oh, you guys want to see Charlie Chaplin skate around the fucking library and almost fall off the ledge?
I burst out laughing when he does like the neck punch and makes fun of the guy as he's choking while he's dying. Yeah.
I like the scene where they had the people at the door and they just grab one in and slam the door back. That's something I haven't really seen before. I was like, that's fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
If
Looks
I'm
totally
ever
badass.
Got a bunch of people outside the door, I only have the one ice pick, so just kind of yank them in one at a time. They wouldn't expect
except you kind of see what the end result of that action was, is the other two large men with the guy he grabbed broke the door down and came in. So
that's true.
It's not exactly a foolproof plan. It's not even a two large guys on the other side of the door proof plan.
Yeah. But I'd get to use the ice pick, so
I mean, you could always just buy chunks of ice
True.
and use it for its intended purpose.
There was a fun in that.
That's like buying a wood chipper after you see the movie Fargo, and you're just like,
God.
I really hope
One day
happens. One of these days. It's going to be like Christmas, Easter, and my birthday all rolled up into one. I hope the mailman drops dead during like a heat wave or something. Like somebody. Bob, seek help.
Wood chippers are expensive, by the way.
Seek help.
So you have to use.
Well, I just want to really chop up bodies in it, and I feel like if you really enjoy your hobby, then why not enjoy spending the money too?
Is that a new SpongeBob character, Bob Seek Help?
That's good stuff. Bob Seek Help. Actually does sound like it would be a SpongeBob character, and he probably would be like a neurotic Woody Allen type.
SpongeBob. Oh,
Yeah. You see, the thing is, I think I want the burger, but I feel bloated after. What do I? Oh, my stomach hurts now.
the carbs.
Yo, what do you think of the trailer?
Yeah, I didn't like the explanation in the beginning. That's a mild pickiness thing for me. Like, I don't need it to walk through. Just
Yeah, I get it. I honestly, I really just want trailers to show me like the barest gist
yeah.
of what's happening. You don't even have to do that big like, ooh, there's a reveal in the trailer. Like, not every fucking trailer has to be all fucking rise, all peak. You know, like get it. You gotta have some even keel moves going into it, and they over explain and give too much away at the same time a lot in most of these trailers.
Well, it's definitely a lot better than what it used to be in like the 40s and 50s. I watched a trailer once from a movie back then, and it was like 10 minutes explaining every part of the movie.
Like, why would I
Well, they're
bother
gonna
going to
talk.
see it at this point?
Yeah, exactly.
It's because Hollywood's full of, honestly, like, I know everyone likes to say like, oh, there's like nothing creative going on anymore. No, like, the thing is, like, there's plenty of creativity. There's a lot of creative people there. It's that the people that run everything, it's not that they're just like they don't care about ideas, blah blah blah. They're pussies. And I mean that in the purest sense of the origin of the word pussy. Pusillanimous. They are cowardly. They all are too afraid to give something that they have not already been familiar with, or the public has already been familiar with for anywhere from 10 to 40 or 50 years, that we get the same, because of that, we get the same shit over and over again. They don't want to risk something new that could be either not that great or really good and not enough people see it or talk about it to make it like a big smash hit. You know, the problem is when you start making all these gigantic, epic blockbuster movies, you have no money left to have a margin of error and also fund some of these smaller films. I mean, smaller movies, character-driven movies, they actually can be far more profitable for a lot of these studios than these big tentpole / blockbusters. You know, and if you're spending $175 million on the budget of one fucking movie, you know, at what point do you say, and how much money do we need to make to at least break even on this? Because you're starting to get up into like the $1 billion range when people are thinking of those things, because there's added costs as they go along too, marketing and so on and so forth. And you know, start fucking scaling back and giving the fucking more independent shit a goddamn chance. Just saying. I've been on a lot of Twitter today and a lot of talkback stuff, so my shit is, I didn't get my ire up. It was more just like bemused amusement at a lot of commentary.
A little scratch and play.
Losing faith in humanity, fucking post by post.
Well, Twitter will do that, you know?
The
To me,
internet,
the
will
internet
do
in
that.
general.
Yeah, the internet in general. It's kind of a downer. It sucks that we all have to use it anyway. So like, it's like that evil demon that sits in the back of your head taunting you.
I mean, Greg?
I don't have that.
Greg's good.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Hold
Is
on,
that
wait.
just me?
Remy, I don't think the situation you're describing is as ubiquitous as you'd like to believe, sir.
All right, I'm all alone.
I think you're going to need a young priest and an old priest. Just saying.
I have a good friend who had gotten, you were talking about creativity and stuff, and he had a book that was going really well, got offered a movie deal for it. They ended up, having to pull the book down and stuff. And it was the true story of how he met his wife. And it's very exciting, but it took place in a different country where laws are very different. And she was from a rich family, and they were literally like trying to kidnap her and keep her away from him. And they had to flee the country, were chased by the the family and like physically assaulted and things, and had to go all just everywhere. And because they could not get a director of that ethnicity to sign on to it, they just scrapped the entire project, and he just lost everything that was going on. Because I mean, it was a very exciting film, and it actually really had all happened, but it's kind of sad that that's an issue as well. That it's like, okay, we don't even have to have the actors be this way, but if we can't get a director from this country or from this ethnicity to direct a movie, then we can't do it because they're going to attack us and say that like we whitewashed something. If that,
well, I mean, white people can direct black people in movies. Black people can direct, white people in movies. The key to not whitewashing is don't. Just like it's really like that's the building block for everything else. Like step one in trying to prevent whitewashing in the project you're working on. Don't do it. Be mindful of what you're doing and just, don't. It's that simple.
Phone call to Brandon for logic. 1-800 Brandon.
Critical thinking, I know it's a real bitch, but what are you gonna do? Oh wait, I mean, I know what some people will do.
Aloha.
They'll rewatch Zack Snyder's Justice League, masturbating furiously into a suck.
Oh, angry Superman.
Well, speaking of Superman, we
and masturbating furiously. Sorry.
I think that might have happened with this announcement.
Multiple announcements. We had it in our thumbnail. So Nathan Fillion is Guy Gardner. Anthony Carrigan's going to be Metamorpho.
That's so cool.
And
I'm gonna love to see Metamorpho on screen.
You realize we're just like two people away from the Terrifics now.
That's true, because Mr. Terrific's in there as well.
Yeah. Edie Gathegi? Is that how you pronounce it?
I think it's Gathegi, yeah. He played Darwin in X-Men First Class.
So hopefully they don't kill him.
That's actually a picture of him as Darwin. Reason. Yeah, that was so fucking... Yeah,
like,
that was stupid.
How the fuck is their power going to be to, like, adaptability?
You can adapt instantly to any situation.
Yeah, that killed him. God damn.
And Isabel Merced will play Hawkgirl.
I think it's Merced.
Merced?
Is she going to play it doing a Dora voice?
Hola!
Does she have a backpack?
Hola, Clark! Backpack.
Yeah, that's where she stores the mace.
Have you guys ever seen that girl that walks into her kitchen and she does the whole thing and she's like, that means, can you make me a sandwich? And her mother throws an entire fucking loaf of butter at her.
Yeah.
It's fucking hysterical. She does sound like just like Dora too, and she's like college aged.
My grandfather started picking up on that. Like he'd sit around and just randomly watch TV, and he wasn't that good with the remote when he was older. And so we'd catch him, and he started learning Spanish watching Dora. Like it was really weird. He'd suddenly just drop a Spanish thing here and there. And we're like,
clearly,
okay, Papa's learning. It works on 90-year-olds too.
I did the same thing, but not with Dora the Explorer. I hung out with my friends from the next street over. That's what I did, because that was if you wanted to try to pick up Spanish or Portuguese Creole, man, would that be the right place and time for you? I tells you. I remember one time I was 27, I think. I was working, and I was working with a bunch of folks from Cape Verde. Like most of the staff there was Cape Verdean, and they would talk, they would speak in Portuguese Creole all the time. And one day somebody handed me something when I was reaching for it, and I just went, "Oh, obrigado," and they stopped dead. They were like, "What did you just say?" I said, and I was like, "Oh no, did somebody lie when they told me that meant thank you all those years ago? Oh, this one paid off in the long run, I guess." But I was like, "Oh, obrigado," and he was like, "You say it like we say it." I was like, "Yes, Words funny like that, indeed. Anyway, later. But yeah, it just it struck me as funny how I was just copying what I heard, like how I heard it, and that's all it was. I might as well have been doing an impression of someone saying the word. It's just all by rote. Like I logically understand what it means, but I can say like that and bon dia, which is good day, and bon noche, which is good night. And we have reached the end of what I know in Portuguese. That's it.
I pulled up Superman Legacy on IMDb, and their description.
Oh, cool! They are like the best place to get information.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
That looks like fresh clips from it.
yeah.
Well, hold on. I just heard what yo. What did you just say about Wikipedia?
I said all those look like fresh clips from it.
IMDb.
Yeah. I was literally thinking like this is just like a half step up from Wikipedia.
So it follows Superman as he reconciles his heritage with his human upbringing. He is the embodiment of truth, justice, and the American way in a world that views kindness as old-fashioned. And so they've only announced 6 so far, right?
To my knowledge, yeah.
So it's gonna happen in like mid '80s New York or something like that.
No, my hope, honestly, I don't want Metropolis to be like super duper like world of the future, but it should look like pretty modern and shiny and sort of like what you can see as being the example of what cities could start to become in the future, particularly like in the DCU, because Metropolis is supposed to be like the city of tomorrow. So something like out of like fucking Walt Disney World or Walt Disneyland and shit, Tomorrowland, but not quite so science fiction-y.
Tomorrowland today.
So today, land. Listen, kid, don't give me any of your fucking sass.
So it was pitched and announced on August 8th, 2016.
I really like the casting of Fillion there as Guy Gardner. Like, as soon as it was said which Green Lantern he was playing, I was just like, that makes total sense. He plays that character all the time.
Oh, okay. Leo, it looks like this. What are you looking at here?
Well, I have access to IMDb Pro. So this is...
Yeah, no, I got that. But, I mean, it looks like they're combining all the previous pitches.
Yes, as pitched, announced, development unknown, script.
Because then for trivia, it starts saying shit about Christopher McQuarrie and
Christopher McQuarrie said that he and Henry Cavill pitched a Man of Steel sequel idea to Warner Brothers over a year prior, with the plot having ties to Green Lantern Corps. He eventually moved on to other projects due to lack of interest from Warner Brothers.
God, you have a good monitor.
I
can't see shit out of that.
Let's see. Let me zoom in.
Enhance.
Yeah.
Come closer.
Emma Mackey, Phoebe Dinavor, and Samara Weaving all auditioned for the role of Lois Lane before Rachel Brosnahan was finally cast.
Yeah, I am very, very more than okay with Rachel Brosnahan being cast as Lois Lane, especially if we're talking specifically about those 4 actresses. Because I like Emma Mackey a lot. Phoebe Devener, I'm not quite sure what she's done. And who was the other one there? Go back up, Leo.
Yep. Emma Mackey.
Samara Weaving. Oh yeah, I mean she's good, but for me personally, she looks way too much like her uncle, and I actually get pulled out of whatever it is I see her in. I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. Her uncle is Hugo Weaving. It's the teeth, the fucking. They all have these gigantic chompers in that family apparently, but who else? Camilla
Camila Mendes and Mary Mauser were considered for the role of Lois.
Yeah, Camila Mendes played Veronica Lodge in Riverdale on CW, and Mary Mauser plays Sam LaRusso in Cobra Kai.
Okay.
She would have been way young.
That's what I'm saying. Like, nah. Camila Mendes too. And I mean, it's nothing against either one of their abilities. They just both look way too young to do it. I honestly would say give Camila Mendes like a few more years to be more age appropriate for Lois Lane, and I would buy that in a heartbeat. I would have no problem with that.
So it seems like we're getting, which is awesome, casting news pretty fast. I mean,
well, of course we are, because James Gunn's trying to keep people from speculating and, you know, building up weird expectations for themselves and in their own head canon before the movie even fucking starts filming a frame. Like,
you're not supposed to do that.
I mean, I was saying to Dara earlier, I was like, you know what? He's doing this for that reason. Like, you know, you don't want to have people just go off and speculate wildly and start to build these expectations that are only in their head, but they hold the final product up to it. And the fact that people just keep doing it, it's absolutely out of control. So he's right to try to nip it in the bud. And then I was like, and of course I am aware that I am saying this as I'm about to go on the weekly show in which a lot of us speculate on every single thing that we hear throughout every week that has to do with geeky shit like this. I don't think
it's
of
just
it
a fun
so much
thing
as,
to do.
I was like, I don't think it's so much as hypocrisy. Just I live my life in a full blown state of cognitive dissonance day to day.
So who do you think? So the characters that are announced so far, what other characters do you think we might see?
I mean, we'll probably eventually get Jimmy Olsen, we'll get Perry White. Plastic Man? 100. Plastic Man is a possibility, but they may hold off on that because that is a little front loaded, I'd say, for Heroes.
That would be fun though.
I did see that James Gunn, you know, people were commenting on like, oh, I thought this was supposed to be a Superman movie. And he responded with something along the lines of like, yeah, it is a Superman movie. The focus is on Superman and Lois, like, you know, that whole dynamic. But I mean, the story is about Clark and Superman. And I have to be able to show both sides of that life. You know, the stuff with the Daily Planet and all of that with Lois, that's Clark. But Superman, I mean, he's part of a larger, you know, world, and we want to show that side of it as well, you know. So you get just a kind of an idea of what it's world building, and I get that, but it's not pitching the next thing that's going to come out, and that's fine. You don't have, you know what I mean? We can't say like, oh, they're going to be in this next, because we have no idea. You know, that's it has nothing to do with any project that's like directly butting up against the Superman movie right after it's done. You know, so I get it. He's trying to show a balance and really show the entirety of what that world we're being introduced to is. And that's important, you know, without making it feel, you know, jam-packed full of shit. Don't Amazing Spider-Man 2 this, all right?
Tom Dog says rumors are roaming that Daniel Craig is in talks to play Lex Luthor, only if he does it in a Southern accent, like Knives Out.
Well, I just feel he's a little bit too old in the Lex Luthor role.
Yeah, for sure.
A little long in the tooth.
Yeah, I like Daniel Craig a lot, but not for that.
Yeah, no, don't get me wrong. If we were playing,
I'd buy Daniel Craig as Jor-El before I bought him.
No, I could see that actually,
especially with the piercing blue eyes. Forget about it.
Clark.
Anthony Carrigan is a nice pull. He was so good in Barry, and he also played Victor Zsasz in Gotham.
Yeah, which was a good role, although odd Zsasz.
Yeah, well, he's odd himself. I think that's why his character is so.
I'm just saying the way that they portrayed Zsasz in that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that show was just weird to begin with.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
not saying that he did a poor job at portraying what
he was handed.
Yeah,
he wasn't handed much. He did good with what he was handed, but he wasn't handed much.
No, he definitely was the psychotic killer that he was supposed to be.
Yeah. And then he goes to play a psychotic killer in Barry.
Yep.
Qu'est-ce que c'est?
Yeah. Have we all watched Barry?
No.
I've watched some of it.
So shut your fucking mouth! Not a word! I was waiting for the show to be over. I watched like the first couple of episodes and I was like, all right, I will revisit this when it is complete. You know, and I'm heartened by the fact that they were able to end the show, that it wasn't getting canceled or anything. Because that's part of it too, is like, especially if it's a dramatic kind of role, you know, series. I don't want to get into it and then it's like 2 seasons in and they get canceled and there's no resolution to anything at all. That fucking bites the big one. I don't need to go through that again. I'm especially gun shy when it comes to HBO, because they'll fucking do it. They will do it. You know how much HBO cares? Haha, trick question, motherfucker. They don't.
Just because you were burnt on Carnival.
Carnival.
That's not Carnival.
Yeah.
Carnival, you son of a bitch.
Did you really want to go there with both of us?
Leo, you have no fucking idea how good that goddamn show is and how wounded I was. Not as a fan of a genre or a cinema, nothing like that. Just as a person enjoying a story, I was left with some serious trust. And to top it all off, they gave The Sopranos like how many extra fucking seasons? Fucking ridiculous. One of the key issues they first said was why they canceled it. One of the first was that, it was too expensive to make it look like the Dust Bowl in 1930s. At the same time, Boardwalk Empire was on the fucking network. What? Yeah, listen, it's seriously, it's a straight up good versus evil tale. And it's like more than biblical in scope. And it's all taking place in the 30s with a traveling carnival and portions in like a town in California that's just building itself up. Like it's so fucking good. Clancy Brown, Nick Stahl, before he, unfortunately got like too mired into drugs, from what I understand. Clea Duvall, Tim DeKay from White Collar, Toby Huss. You guys know Toby Huss? No. He was the Wiz in Seinfeld. I'm the Wiz. Nobody beats me. I'm the Wiz. He played the radio man in the electric worker on the ship in Down Periscope.
I remember Down Periscope. Don't remember that role though.
Awesome. Well, this has been fruitless.
Yep.
It was a
glad
great
to be here to not
cast,
help you.
Though.
Yeah.
I'm with you. I love that show so much, and then even though it was done, I watched it because I was like, I gotta see it.
Like if I hear like I see something in a show, or I've actually seen it like on trucks around here, I just see the name Scudder, and it skeeves me out. It really fucking does. And not like a scary, I can't sleep, clowns will eat me way. Like just the overall story and the execution. It's fucking.
I got that reference.
It's good.
So did I.
So we were treated with some Wolverine pictures this week.
I'm hoping it looks better than that.
Yeah.
I'm really hoping it looks. I mean, I know they're going to do some CGI on him and stuff, but like that suit looks a little weird.
I mean, I have no problem with it altogether myself.
Yeah.
I no,
now,
you maniacs! You finally did it.
Not Daredevil. Deadpool kills the Fox universe.
Yeah, I think it's. I was saying, just funny enough, no lie. Leo, Justin, Cooper, and I were recording the upcoming episode of Comics Paradox on Monday, and during the recording of that show, that photo, that still of the 20th Century Fox broken up logo, was put out. but we were all in the show. And on the show, I literally say, like, I don't know. I just feel like maybe they're, with all these people they're announcing from the Fox superhero, like Marvel movies, maybe they're kind of gearing towards like a version of Daredevil kills the Marvel universe, but it's Daredevil kills the Fox Marvel universe.
Yeah, right.
And then we fucking sign off, and I'm just like going and clearing my notifications and this, that, and the other thing. And I see in one of my notifications on like Twitter and Reddit, I was like, what the fuck? I was like, oh my God, my finger is on the pulse, kid. That has to be what it is. I am 100% certain that's what's happening now. I want everyone, and not to be mean about anyone's performance or nostalgia that anyone has, but I want them all to die. Do it.
Yes.
Erase it. Kill them all. Burn them all, Ralph. That's also a Simpsons reference.
The leprechaun.
You know what you have to do now, Ralph? Burn them all. Burn the house down.
You think they'll bring all the X-Men back?
No.
I think you're gonna get probably like 10 good names. The ones that we already heard, and probably like 4 or 5 other ones.
Well, we got who?
Jennifer Gardner,
Hugh Jackman, Jennifer Gardner,
Ben Affleck.
Are we? Is that it?
Did we get that one?
I thought that was true.
No,
I didn't hear anything about Ben Affleck.
No. There's wild speculation about Affleck being in it because they're bringing back Elektra.
Maybe
so
that's what I thought.
Why not have him come in and do his thing real quick? But you know,
here's what IMDb says.
Oh Christ on a cracker! Yeah, please.
Matthew
updated
McFadden.
17 minutes ago.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, I did know that Matthew McFadden was in it. He's playing someone from the TVA.
We just watched Succession. That was so good.
Succession.
Yes.
Yeah. If at first you don't succeed, keep on sucking till you do succeed.
Awesome.
Somebody told me earlier today they specifically remembered something I told them. I was like, I was in the Atlantic.
Oh, strangle people like that.
Great.
Supposedly.
Peter's coming back.
All of the sudden.
You shouldn't have said that. You're just...
Yeah, it's true. That's a whole nother problem.
Oh, no.
Did I miss
hearing
that?
those phrases? Look, hearing those phrases makes my skin itchy. I don't like it. I worked too hard for too long to not sound like Sully hanging out by the Packy in fucking Charles Newtown. To not pay attention when people speak like that. I was like, how do you not sound like a moron to yourself? That's what I don't get. Like, you can hear you too, right? Like, why? How are we both hearing you speak and you are okay with what's coming out of your face? I mean, I don't get it.
I got no idea, Brandon. No idea at all.
I had a boss who used to use Phantom instead of Fathom. I just can't fathom how you do that. And I was just like, how? That's not even fucking close. There's like the vowels are in the right place.
He probably used the term for all intensive purposes a lot too, I bet.
Yeah. He at least once daily.
And he would talk about the French benefits of his job.
We all have French benefits, don't we?
I've heard that one in real life, man. Like somebody was like, "Oh, French benefits," and I was like, "Excuse me, what did you just say?"
Were the croissants or what?
Yeah, but like they looked at me like I was the fucking weirdo, and I was like, "Say what you just said again," and not in like a clever '80s like aha moment. I was like, "Say what you just said again." And they were like, "The French benefits." I was like, "You do know that it's fringe benefits. It's like, oh, look at all these benefits on the side, the fringe benefits, extras, little, what we consider a bonus, boni, as the Romans would have said. But yeah, to your point, Yo, I was like, what you're describing sounds like I get like free liver pate in a baguette when I clock into work every morning. And I think even the French would agree that might be a little too weirdly stereotypical for French.
What if they're Canadian French?
French Canadian, even the way that the rest of the world would say that. I mean, that's
poutine. I don't know.
That's French Canadian.
Yeah.
It's not France. You do know that Canada and France are not in the same place, right? It's important to me that you know that.
Oh yeah.
It's very important to me that you know. Okay. Thank God. Okay.
Hey, I'm quarter Canadian French. I can say it any way I want.
My great grandfather was half Cherokee on my mother's side. So
How do you know?
What does that make you? What does that make you?
Absolutely nothing.
Really white still. Like it means
so in part
plain and pasty.
Here's the deal. That's true in my family. That is actually true. However, there's so much whiteness in every other portion of my genetic heritage that I literally have no trace of it whatsoever. And like they had legitimate like paperwork for my great grandfather being Native American. You know, there's my Gram, his daughter, as she got older and older, she looked more and more like an old Indian like squaw, like it just, you know, a little tiny old Indian like Native American lady that you would see outside the general store, like straight up. And I took a fucking DNA test and I was just like, oh, this is
Ashkenazi.
my fucking wheel. It basically just was a box of assorted crackers. That was the description of my background.
Yeah, I got mainly something in Europe and then everywhere.
Thank you, Yo-Yo. Fucking Yo-Yo got it. Jesus. I'm giving you guys gold? Fucking. This interview is over.
I'm gonna go hang out with my Dutch Pennsylvanian relatives.
I'm gonna go hang out with my new friends. One of them has a pool above ground.
Not anymore.
It exploded.
He lets me play the Nintendo in his room whenever I want.
Too soon, Brandon. Too soon.
Oh, sorry. First cut is the deepest, eh, bud?
Oh, some new Wolverine pictures just got posted.
Oh, okay, hold on. Are they real? Okay.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Oh my God. It's Hugh
claws are
Jackman
out.
doing Wolverine things and Ryan Reynolds in his Deadpool costume doing Deadpool things.
Yeah, but there's no black in the eyes.
Because the fucking eyes are CGI. Come on, God damn it, Leo.
Yeah.
They're CGI, bro. How do you think he's moving the fucking mask in his eyes like his eyes? Like, that's not how masks work. You know that Tom Holland wore the same kind of mask in Spider-Man, Home, and Home.
Again.
You know, Home, the Home trilogy. Yeah, he came home.
Squared.
He came home. He left home, and then there was no way to get home. That's what those three movies are. Yeah, Homecoming, Far Away. Nope. that's it.
So I'm guessing this might be like the final battle.
Or the beginning battle.
Or it could just be the beginning of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
you know how they do that musical montage.
It'd be really funny if this is just like one variant of Wolverine that he comes across, and this might be like at the beginning, and this might be essentially the live action version of the cartoon Wolverine from Fox.
Yeah.
That would be.
And eventually,
Brandon, your
he'll have
brain
to.
is fucking amazing.
Thank you. That I've been telling everybody that for years. It's about fucking time.
God damn it! All right.
He has to fight his way up to Old Man Logan.
Final
That would
boss.
be kind of funny.
I wouldn't call him Old Man Logan here. definitely. Oh, you mean like as a character? Okay, my bad. I misunderstood.
Sorry, middle-aged Logan.
No, but I mean, honestly, I don't really care to see any old man Logan fucking nonsense. I think you might see just like a couple of versions of Wolverine, and then we'll see a bit of jumping around and murdering / accidentally killing, which I think might actually happen more often than not. Like, I think it might even be spun on its ear and be not so much Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe, but Deadpool fails at saving the Fox Marvel Universe. Like, maybe he finds out what's going on, and the TVA is trying to tell him, like, this universe is, like, scheduled for demolition.
It's dead.
And he's like, no fucking way. And he's like, no, things are happening in a very particular order, and that's the only way we can keep a hold of this and make sure that it doesn't spill out into other realities. And he's like, oh yeah, you got a list? Let me see that. Whoop, yoink! And then starts going across the time stream trying to fucking like save these people. But what he doesn't realize is it was just listing out like what's actually going to happen to them. So they're probably like locked points. So no matter what, they're gonna die like right in front of him. But somehow, because he's there and in the way, he'll actually end up causing it instead of preventing it. Like, he'll be the reason they die. And that's what he didn't realize the entire time. And I could honestly see something like that happening with Deadpool.
He's like a Kender in the time stream in the world of Kryn. When they could try and travel, are the only things that can actually change time.
You lost me. So
Dragonlance, sorry. Little creatures.
I don't even know.
TSR?
Fantasy novels, never mind.
Okay. I mean, the thing, what I do appreciate is that you were like Dragonlance. The issue on my end of it is that still means nothing to me. So
yeah,
I apologize. But are they people that sound like people that just fuck up while they're actually trying to do the right thing? And
they're mischievous little like halflings, and they have no fear, but they're the only creature like humanoid in the entire world of the universe of them that are not allowed to travel in time because they are the only ones that can change things. Like, others can go back and observe, but you never let a Kender time travel. And of course, since they're very curious and childlike, they always do their best to try and time travel. So there are several stories where they go in and either completely fuck up or completely fix the universe. So,
you know, I was just thinking about it too. Like, all these characters, they're part of that Fox Marvel universe that was going on. It's not even necessarily about going to different like dimensions, different realities necessarily. Yeah. I mean, he could be going after or going to these people in the world he's from, you know. And this point in Wolverine's career in the X-Men movies, who's to say he wouldn't be wearing a yellow and blue outfit? You know, they were rocking yellow and blue outfits at one point in one of the other movies. So,
well, wasn't it at the end of the first movie? You see
the Wolverine. That would be the second movie. Don't you dare try to fucking make people forget about X-Men Origins Wolverine. I'm not saying it's good. I'm saying we should all fucking remember that,
so it doesn't happen again.
That's where we came from.
Yeah, that's what you get. All right.
Oh, I thought it was the X-Men movie.
No, it was the Wolverine.
No, the Wolverine. Yeah.
Wolverine. Oh.
The one where
you want to test me on this, pal?
No. It's been a while since I watched
it. In his heart.
It's not really yellow and blue. It's yellow and black.
I'll need to rewatch it.
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah.
Now ask me when the last time I watched it was.
When was the last time you watched it?
I don't know, when it first came out on fucking Blu-ray. So how many years ago was that?
You're the one with the answers.
Sometimes
when
was
it, Brandon? When was it?
How fat was it? No, wait, what? I don't know, 2015, I'm gonna say. Now I need to fact check myself.
Nah, it has to be before that.
Yeah.
The Wolverine?
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
So decadent.
Anyway, enjoy your fucking Pyrrhic victory, dickheads.
I will.
Was it worth it? I won, but at what cost?
Another trailer that dropped today. I'm sure we were all waiting for it. The Wonka trailer.
Oh, I thought you were going to say the Dune 2 trailer.
Yeah, I watched it.
I didn't watch that.
I did.
I was aware of his presence. I didn't watch it.
I watched it accidentally. Like, I didn't set out to watch it. I turned on my fucking Fire Cube, and I was like, oh, they have a thing for this Wonka thing. And Dara was like, oh, yeah. And it says learn more. So I thought it was just going to bring me to a fucking page. It brought me to the goddamn trailer. I was like, well, fuck. I guess I'm watching the trailer now. And yeah. Whoop-de shit.
I'm not against it. Yeah.
I just don't care. I don't think Timothée Chalamet was the correct choice to play Willy Wonka. I will say that.
Yeah. So for people that don't know, obviously this is a prequel, so we learn, where he got his start.
Wonka begins.
Yes.
Why chocolate? Why chocolate, Willie? Because chocolate scares me. Because I'm allergic to chocolate. It could kill me at any moment.
He needs to go find some special cocoa leaf and bring it to the top of a mountain.
I did think it was cool that the like vicar they showed was Rowan Atkinson.
Oh yeah.
And that guy, the businessman that comes out or whatever with like the pompadour, he was in the BBC show that was aired in America. Also had Rob Lowe in it, called You, Me, and the Apocalypse. It was a really good one. Oh, that guy with the mustache. That guy with the guy with the pencil mustache. Yeah, that guy right there. He was also in You, Me, and the Apocalypse. Oh man, the United Kingdom is such a small island. It's like, oh, can you name 12 British actors and actresses? Sure. Well, congratulations. Right, you've just named the vast majority of the casts on Sky and BBC and this, that, and the other thing. I mean, it's seriously like, I swear, like the same dozen people. Wonka.
See, I wouldn't be against another, like maybe a series of the Chocolate Factory, but I don't know if I care why Wonka.
I don't really fucking get why the focus needs to continue being on Roald Dahl's Wonka shit. Like I really
there's
don't
a lot of
understand
other
it.
stories to.
Yeah, and Roald Dahl, I mean, considering his more Teutonic and Scandinavian background, he really leans into the initial ideas of like the Brothers Grimm when it comes to the tales he makes for children. Like they're fantastical, but there's also like a bit of a dark edge to them, and it's the perfect balance for such a thing because it helps children to learn how to navigate feeling really good and excited and happy about something, but also like if something kind of scares them, like it's. And also a lot of things in children's stories are parables for other stuff. So, I think that's valuable for a child to learn and experience so they can identify situations and navigate themselves better in the real world. Otherwise, like if your kid never experiences any kind of like real thing, by the time they go off into the world on their own, they are going to be a bit ill prepared, at least to start off with, hopefully only to start off with. In short, scare your kids occasionally, but not too bad.
Yeah, well, just enough to make sure they stay in line.
Yeah, like, well, I mean, everybody does it, even parents. Like, and I don't mean like threatening them. It's like, oh, one time I knew a kid that didn't look both ways before he crossed the street, and boom, hit by a city bus. So always look both ways because you don't want to die like that, do you? No, I don't. And you should have seen me when I was like fucking 7. You would think I was trying to break my own fucking neck by looking both ways.
Well, I tell you that Hugh Grant as the Oompa Loompa is enough to scare anybody.
That's Hugh Grant.
He's either furiously looking back and forth for traffic or he is a big Busta Rhymes fan.
Snap your neck.
Break your neck.
So it looks like this just came in. Flash is going to be available for rent or purchase next week.
VOD.
Ouch.
Okay.
That was pretty soon, huh?
Yeah, I'm
What,
I'm
5
holding
weeks?
off. I'm holding off on getting the Blu-ray. Like, I'm gonna buy the physical.
Yeah, that's going to be September 15th.
Yeah, and I can wait. That's fine. But yeah, I was like, the physical is gonna come with a code for the digital, so I'm not gonna spend the money on that to get it a little sooner. I can, good things come to those who wait sometimes,
They're
Something
listing,
like that's probably you get better extras, anyways.
That's what I'm thinking.
I'm going through the extras right now. Full list of special features for Flash 4K, the making of the Flash, Flashpoint introducing the multiverse. Let's Get Nuts, Batman Returns, the Bat Chase, Saving Supergirl. All these are featurettes. Deleted scenes, but they don't say what deleted scenes.
There's no like commentary or anything, is there?
Let's see. Not seeing it listed. It's just listing a bunch of featurettes. And let's see, the Flash Escape the Midnight Circus, the Psychodrome.
I'm waiting for them to put out another huge box set of animated films.
I got that.
Yeah, me too. It is friggin' dope.
Yeah,
I was so excited when that came out.
I got that box set. I got the box set of the Skywalker saga.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, first time I ever bought like all of those movies on all together, like physical media. And I have the entire Infinity Saga box set.
Oh, nice.
Actually, I have all of the limited ones that they did. I have the suitcase with
see that
the suitcase with the Tesseract. I have the orb, which was phase 2, and then they didn't do any for phase 3, and they came out with the whole red box Infinity Saga, the kit and caboodle. And I actually didn't buy that. My wife got it for me as a I think birthday gift. So yeah,
that's very nice.
The only other box set I did was Battlestar Galactica. The sci-fi.
Oh yeah, I have set that. I love that show. I have that one as well. For a while, that was the only way you could really see it again if you wanted.
Yeah.
So, and Dara and I both like together. We watched it like three times.
The politics in that show are just fucking phenomenal.
Oh, it's all the
story,
philosophical
the religion.
it's really well done. And Eddie Jimmy almost. I call him Eddie Jimmy. You guys,
Edward James.
Edward James almost.
Almost.
Yeah, he almost did what?
He's amazing in it. I mean,
yeah, he is.
As Adama, fucking forget about it.
So say we all.
So say we. He fucking made that shit up.
Really? I didn't know.
Yeah, that was him.
That was some moving shit.
Yeah, and it became like part of the show forevermore after that point. Even the writers were like, fuck, that's such a goddamn good way to end that shit. And it stuck. That's how they ended like their ceremonious kind of stuff. But yeah, like that had a real chance at blowing it, and I think they pulled it off.
Oh, they knocked it apart.
Yeah, like far beyond expectations for me at least.
Talking about box sets, I had to stop buying Star Wars box sets because it was becoming a problem.
Stop buying Star Wars box sets. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I feel like what? Hold on. What? Why are there? How many fucking sets? How many box sets of Star Wars movies do you have, Leo?
Well, I was on a quest to like get them all. So I think I stopped.
I'm hearing a lot of words, but not a lot of numbers.
That sounds like too many already.
Yeah, I think I stopped at like 12.
Jeez.
Well, so I had it started when the VHS came out, because you had to get
all three.
Well, yeah, you had to get all three, but it was pan and scan. And as soon as Letterbox came out, I had to get that special Letterbox.
Well, that's a reasonable upgrade.
Yep,
that's fine.
Okay.
So,
and then obviously DVD came out. So I got the DVD set that came with the original 1977 set. The actual unaltered Lucas. Well, actually, no. With VHS, started with the pan and scan, upgraded to the letterbox. Then the George Lucas set came out, so that came
special edition.
The special
right?
edition. Yep.
Yeah.
So that came in the gold and
I
the
had
silver.
That. I had the gold.
I had both.
It was a gift. Somebody gave it to me. I was like, oh, cool. I would not have bought this for myself. So now I have this.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
And then after that came out, then it came out on DVD. There was a special DVD set that you could get that came with the special edition and the original edition. So I have that. Then I hunted down the set on Laserdisc. And I had to get a Laserdisc player to watch it.
So you didn't even have the Laserdisc player first?
I ordered.
You figured that part would be that's the easy part.
I ordered them both at the same time. The Blu-ray set then came out.
Then the ultra high def Blu-ray set came out.
Yeah.
At no point in any of this did you say to yourself, maybe I should slow my roll.
Because it keeps saying to upgrade them.
Yeah. It's like.
But and then the funny thing is the only ones I watch now is the Harmy edition.
The what?
Yeah, don't do it, Brandon.
What is this?
The best version of Star Wars you can watch.
I feel like you're being incredibly facetious when you answer me like that.
Okay, so
the best version?
Yeah.
With
I have no idea what it is.
Han shoots first.
Thank you.
Yeah, Han's the only one that shoots, rather, because Greedo's murked.
So the
immediately.
The Harmy edition was this guy named Harmy decided to take 4 years of his life and make the ultimate version of Star Wars, splicing together the
and
Blu-ray.
Then hung himself in his bath. No,
actually, he continued to work with it, and he ultimately, I think,
hung himself in his bathroom.
I think he teamed up with a team that was doing the 4K film transfer, and then you had the D Plus, which is not Disney Plus, but there's multiple versions out there. 4K 88 just came out, which is the so there's a team
you told me about that one.
Yeah, so you have 4K 77, 4K 88, and then 4K 80, and then 4K 82.
2 or 3.
2 or 3. Yeah. So essentially, with 4K 77 and 4K 82, 83, they found original 35 millimeter prints of the movies, Star Wars and Return of the Jedi.
Prince wasn't that small. He was probably like 5'2".
Well, this was a copy of Prince so that he could fit in his cave there, with all his
fit in a cave. He was already pocket sized to begin with, but okay.
No, you didn't know Prince had like a bunker with tons of unreleased material?
Well, I don't think it was like a bunker. But yeah, I did know that. Like he had stuff like locked up in his estate, like literally like vaulted.
Yeah, apparently. Yeah.
If any of it gets released, you should burn it because he definitely didn't want it released.
Yeah.
Yeah, like even there's a Kevin Smith documentary that's in there, right?
Yeah.
Kevin
Smith talked at one of his evening with Kevin Smith deals or whatever about being asked by Prince's people and what have you to go there and film a documentary at his place, and it was an odd story. But regardless, yeah. So they found a bunch of the old celluloid.
Did he make him pancakes?
I hear he does make good pancakes.
Blueberry or chocolate chip. Bitch.
So yeah, a team found the original 35mm print of the Star Wars movies and did a 4K scan of it. So you can see the original Star Wars. Or you can watch the Harmony edition, which is the edition I prefer because it's cleaner.
Is that on Pluther?
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Actually, both are on Pluther. Actually, all three are on Pluther. 3 of each. I'll direct you to find them.
3 of each. Wait, hold.
It's a riddle you must solve.
So I'm going to be doing a version with.
How many fucking movies are we talking about here,
Can I
Leo?
sign you up for the
in toto number of copies of movies? How many do you mean?
A lot.
A lot. We was like peas and carrots.
one too many lots.
Okay, so you have the.
Can't sit here.
I'll go into it. Jeez.
Break the silence.
Break the silence. Break the silence and get the cheese. No, wait.
Ooh.
That means 2 things. Never mind. Yeah,
Aww.
so.
You know what I did while we were.
There's 17.
17. What?
17 versions?
Did you say 17 fucking versions of the first 3 movies?
No. Because that includes like the holiday specials.
That's
yeah.
still a lot of
Battlefield or you are.
You fucking counting the prequels and shit now too? Like anything that says Star Wars on it, that's what you meant?
No. So you have the Harmony edition, the D Plus edition, the 4K edition, and then the special edition.
And this is all for A New Hope.
All for A New Hope.
That is far too many versions of one movie.
Yeah, but all depends
Have
on
you ever
what you
watched
want to
them
watch.
all side by side just to see if there's any real difference?
No.
Don't do that.
Like...
You will not be right afterwards.
Playing Pink Floyd, The Wall, and The Wizard of Oz at the same time.
I'm trying to see if anything syncs up with it. What do you mean anything? I'm just working my way through everything, man. So far, nothing.
The version I don't have on there and it'll never go on there is the McClunky edition.
McClunky.
Oh, that's where you draw the line. Cool.
Yep.
Yeah. When Greedo talks, can't have that.
McClunky. Oda solo.
But yeah,
John will get his money. Now just have a seat with me, pal, where I can shoot you under the table. and that's how that goes.
Yeah. So if you enjoy Star Wars, definitely check it out.
I mean, I feel like I'd have
You'd
to
have to
more
really
than,
like
more
Star
than
Wars.
it. Talk about masturbating furiously, right?
Why are you ordering 12 packs of Hanes sports socks on
Yeah, you
Amazon?
only need 2. It's called doing laundry.
Okay. On that note, was there any other news items that we had?
Blue Beetle.
Oh yeah, Blue Beetle trailer dropped.
Oh yeah, that guy.
Yeah,
It looked really good.
Yeah,
I'm just as excited
This
to
is
see
the
it.
final trailer, right?
Yes,
Yes.
final trailer.
You must watch the movie.
It's kind of funny. I hadn't realized this, and people might get thrown for a loop a little bit, especially because of Cobra Kai. They may be associating Zolo Maraduena with Miguel a little too closely, because I just kind of jumped to this from what I had seen in the trailers, but it was made clear to me in a little kind of little interview-ish type snippet about it that he is not in high school in this movie. He is finished up going to law school, but he can't fucking find anything out there. And yeah, that's why he moved back with his parents, and he's living there, like trying to figure out what his next move is. He knows that girl, that woman who's part of the project and the one that gives him Blue Beetle, the Beetle Scarab, rather. I guess they knew each other in college, and like they are the same age. It's not he's like a teenager who wandered in or whatever. Although it did remind me of Inner Space when I saw that whole deal. She gives him the thing in like a hamburger box or whatever. This is great. Like, I love his reactions to what's going on. Like, oh my god, this is like the Guyver light. It's like the Guyver without all the fucking hardcore ultra violence and insane bloodshed.
Yeah, this final trailer was, I mean, I enjoyed the other one, but this one was so much better. It looks like this is going to be an incredible movie.
Yeah, I cannot wait to see it. I think it's going to be really good. Like I was like pleasantly surprised at this trailer, because I was already on board after the last one.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think this is great, and I completely understand why James Gunn is like, listen, this is like the first DCU character you're going to see, but it's not the first DCU movie, which I totally understand. It means that like this, what happens in this movie, it's not really going to matter for how the character is used in the DCU. And if anyone can't wrap their fucking heads around something like that, or Amanda Waller still being played by Viola Davis, or Peacemaker still being played by John Cena, I would like to ask if you enjoyed any of the Pierce Brosnan / going into Daniel Craig James Bond movies. Because if so, and you didn't have a problem with M being played by Judi Dench in both sets of those actors, shut the fuck up. Because if you didn't have a problem with that then, I don't understand why you can't wrap your fucking head around it and have a problem with it now.
But that was then, and now,
yeah,
now it's different.
You know, I did bring up the phrase cognitive dissonance earlier, and I did see an awful lot of that on the interwebs today. It's so many people fucking foaming at the mouth over this, like just.
Oh, I love that they put up the comics too after.
I know. I dig how DC's been doing that after these trailers, and it's smart. It really is. Like it puts it right out there, and they keep it up for a long enough time that somebody can snap a photo of it on their phone, and you know, that's the best way to like key people into, you know, familiarity at the very least if they are interested. And also, honestly, if you have kids in the theater and they see that and they're interested in what they saw for the trailer and they see that he's a comic book character, they might want to ask about getting one of those comic books. And you may have just created a new fan of that medium, which they are sorely in need of. Now, if those kids do that, we need to make sure that we're also, you know, trying to keep them around and maybe make stuff that's, you know, made for kids. That doesn't mean kiddie, but more made
so that we can get this stuff 20 years from now still.
Yeah, exactly.
It'd be kind of cool.
It's fucking
because we're all getting old.
Gatekeepers are fucking bullshit, man. I fucking hate that shit. You know, it's like all those people bitching about the kids who watch fucking Stranger Things suddenly discovering Metallica because of Master of Puppets in it. And they're like, this song is fucking awesome. I was listening to some other Metallica. They're really cool. They're really good. And all these fucking old metalheads like, I'm so sorry about these new Stranger Things fans, Metallica.
I just feel bad when they make it to St. Anger.
Metallica's like, why?
Yeah, Metallica's like, nah, we're actually really cool with it. You know, these kids are listening to the music, and why wouldn't we welcome more fans? So,
for real.
Rock on, buddy.
Eventually, you're going to die.
Good luck out there, pal. Jesus Christ. I know. You do realize that, you know, those are children, i.e. your replacements. So, like.
They're in the mosh pits now.
Put them in the mosh pits.
Mosh pits. So Tom Brog brought up that,
the Blue Beetle Whopper might be coming out.
Yeah. Is that just going to be another?
Has Burger King not learned their lesson?
Yeah.
Do we forget quickly about the black buns?
Let's stop coloring the buns.
But is it a Spider-Man one?
Yeah,
Bill
Yeah.
tasted it.
Was it red?
Bill?
Yep.
Yep.
Tom. I
just fucking.
In the Thailand, Burger King just released just a cheese sandwich, 20 slices of cheese.
And they call it a cheeseburger. So not confusing at all. It's a burger made out of cheese. It's a cheeseburger.
Sounds like cholesterol hell.
Oh yeah. All I have is one of their cheeseburgers where the burger is made out of cheese. I feel like, is God punishing me? No. Hell is just showing you a good time. Like, that's what's going on right now,
Come
buddy.
join us.
It's a shame they didn't just grill that
good
thing.
Good job, champ.
Do any of you follow the shrinkflation subreddit?
No.
That was a lot of words I didn't understand except for Reddit.
I got Reddit.
I understand the concept of it. I just know I don't follow it.
I think it was Burger King, or it might have been McDonald's. But they showed pictures of the burger and a pickle, and where the pickle was thicker than the burger.
Okay. I did see that one.
Cool. Is that the end of that story? Because I feel like we're missing some info.
Yeah, it was part of shrinkflation. Let me see if I can find it.
Oh, they're saying.
So using less meat but more pickle.
Well, I'm kind of confused. A Whopper used to be $1. Now it's like $18.
I actually don't really like Whoppers. I prefer Whopper Juniors.
Here it is.
I can't.
Easier to handle.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Like, it doesn't fall apart as you're eating it, and it's just as. And honestly, it's the right size. I don't need a fucking gigantic burger in my face. I never have. You know. Oh my!
Somebody's reporting the Big Mac pickle is thicker than the Big Mac patty.
It looks like they're about the same. It looks like they're the same thickness, but you know.
I have to say.
Oh yeah.
McDonald's does have one of the thinnest patties for their regular burgers.
Not for nothing, but you're complaining about the McDonald's burger you bought. If you fucking cared about if you cared about the fucking burger you were going to be eating, why did you go to McDonald's? Like,
very true.
You know, like, I mean, here's the thing. If you were in a pinch, you know, and McDonald's was the only thing around, 100% get it, right? But like, I feel like if it's an in the pinch moment, you're not going to spend the money on a fucking Big Mac. You know, you'd be like, I don't even like really want this. I'll just get like a McChicken or in a small fry or something. You know, you just like, I don't feel like that. Something cheaper. And this person likely like went out of their way to go to McDonald's and get this fucking sandwich, and they open it up and they're just like, look at this shit. It's like, how close were you to a Wendy's before you got to that McDonald's? And
or
like
Five Guys.
Five Guys, Burger King. I think Burger King makes much better burgers than McDonald's.
Yes.
100%. Their burgers are so much. They're flame broiled, for Christ's sake. That's been like one of their biggest selling points for decades.
Are they still open over where you guys are at? Because
Burger King?
They keep closing down. Like, I think we have 2 left in the area.
Yeah, I got a McDonald's, a Burger King right down the street from me, like literally like 4 minutes down the main road here. And I got a Five Guys right across the way, then a Wendy's on the other side of the mall, just outside the So I mean, this is all
Those are kind of New England staples.
Everything else is everything else is thriving here. It's just Burger King apparently they just won't pay anybody, and the employees keep staging walkouts, and they just close down like almost every single store.
Many years ago,
terrible.
I remember going into a Burger King and there being a sign saying, "Oh, their prices are going up because the people behind the counter want to earn more." And after that, I stopped going to Burger King.
Oh wow!
Because I'm like, why would you do that to your worker? Yeah,
that's
because that has nothing to do with it.
Not at all.
The prices have gone up because they want to make more money. No, you want to make more money, you fuckhead. Yeah. That's because you want to keep the fucking money, like the profit margins, high up for Burger King, yourself, and the shareholders. That's what it all comes down to. The shareholders are the only ones that fucking matter. Yeah. So
well, I mean, they're doing that while still having like $1 for 10 McNuggets. Well, nuggets, whatever the fuck they're called.
Tenders.
They call them
I will say at this point now, I had the tenders like a month ago. Man, they really improved since their re-release, and now that they're like nugget shaped, the chicken nuggets, not the tenders they used to be. They finally nailed it, and they actually taste just like the tenders from when we were younger, like that same peppery breading, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, it's it was surprisingly tasty. I was just like, what the fuck? These should not be this good. I'm so confused right now. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, currently, if you're looking at nuggets, I mean, you're gonna go KFC, in talking about fast food, KFC, McDonald's. I would actually put the chicken nuggets at Burger King.
Popeyes above KFC.
Popeyes. No,
Yeah.
I would put it at KFC and Popeyes. No, because you can get more at KFC than just chicken. The only fucking thing that's good at Popeyes is chicken and shrimp when they do that occasionally. Their sides, they defy
like dry ass biscuit.
Those are
oh
the
my
worst.
god. Actually their biscuit is really good at Popeyes.
Is
I
it?
will give them
Yeah.
that.
I
And
haven't
their
been back
mac-
in a
their-
while.
Their new mac
No,
and
don't
cheese
you-
is
don't-
really good too.
Maybe because
No, fuck
last
you,
time I
Leo.
went to Popeyes,
What?
it was a Worcester one.
No
so
way.
Maybe that's why.
Have
Dude,
you gotten it recently?
Popeyes
Their mac
yeah,
and
there's a
cheese, they changed it. It's
Popeyes
like
is also another restaurant like it's literally right down the street. I have a lot of shit right here.
Yeah, but I mean, when's the last time you got the mac and cheese from Popeyes?
I don't know, man. When's the last time fucking Dracula went diving into a pool full of holy water? I never. I mean, I shouldn't say never. I like Popeyes very much, but I tried their macaroni and cheese a couple of years ago, and
What
it
I'm saying
was terrible.
it was, but they
It
changed.
was like a crime against humanity.
They've changed the recipe. I think they did it around the fall. So it's
The recipe
recently.
for mac and cheese shouldn't be.
I hope they change the fucking head chef at their kitchen that fucking disseminates all the recipes to everybody else, because like that shit was like I don't know.
It was terrible. I agree
thought
with you.
that like macaroni and cheese killed his parents in front of him. Like it was like a violent offense on the idea of macaroni and cheese. Like my reaction upon trying their macaroni and cheese when I got it with our meal all together, I took like one forkful and I instantly had this like quick brain flash of me just walking right back into that same Popeyes with the macaroni and cheese and throwing it at them on the counter and saying, "How dare you!" Like, just who do you think you are selling people this and calling it what you call it? Lies. You should all be ashamed on every level. You knew when I bought this how bad it was, and you let me do it.
Well,
I can take responsibility for my actions in that to a point. You should have helped me.
Well, do yourself a favor, give it a try. It's really good now.
Leo, are you going to take the brunt of Brandon's just
Wrath?
killing you? Yeah, afterwards. If it's not good,
yeah, you understand.
I'm telling you, it's good.
If I, all right, Leo, you say so, buddy.
So
have any of you tried it recently?
Okay, but hold on. Aside from
the
the macaroni and cheese at Popeyes, what other sides are good there, Leo?
Well, normally I just do the mac and cheese. They're
yes, that's sure.
Well,
because the answer is
their
none.
mashed potatoes are okay.
Yeah,
I can't even believe that.
at least with KFC mashed potatoes, you get the gravy and wonderful at that point.
Oh no, I totally agree. The KFC
when I get like
gravy.
the chicken strips and the chicken nuggets, I don't even worry about getting fucking sauce.
You just dip it right in a gravy.
I get a thing of gravy and like that's my dipping sauce for the chicken. Like why would I dunk this in fucking ranch? Are you insane?
Yeah.
Like your gravy and the chicken is like the only the only reason to fucking go there.
Well, I totally agree. You know, they
don't make potato wedges anymore, so there's
those
that.
Were so good back in the day.
Oh yeah, they were.
Oh, I'm still on a campaign to bring back the fucking Twister. All right, like you guys never the Twister. It was.
Oh no, I did.
Oh, dude, it was so good. They had their own pepper ranch that they used in the wrap. It was a tortilla. They took like 2 crispy chicken strips, lettuce, tomato, in this pepper ranch sauce that they made, like dressing almost, and they just rolled it up. It was a fucking. But I mean, it was decent size, and it was delicious. It was my favorite thing at KFC. It was probably one of the healthiest things, technically speaking, you could have gotten there. And slowly but surely, I saw it phase down. I was like, "Oh, all right. So you too, KFC. All right, fine. I get it. All right, we're just keeping Brandon fat. I understand. More greasy shit to stuff into my face, please."
Yes, please.
They really need to bring back, and we should change the subject, but they really need to bring back the McDonald's pizza.
No.
Yeah, that's a good point to change the subject.
Yeah, you're right. Wow, way to bring the conversation to a screeching halt.
Never had.
So
McDonald's
let's change
pizza.
the subject.
It was in the 80s.
Oh, I know it was there. I just never had it. Mm-mm.
Most people didn't. That's why it's not.
Well, that and the whole pizza.
It's not around now.
It's not something you can make in McDonald's. They're not equipped to sit there.
Not with that attitude.
We need can-do attitude.
Are you an American or an Americant?
Cameron Monaghan is going to be in the new Tron along with Jared Leto.
Is this a movie? They're doing a third Tron movie?
Yeah, third film.
I mean, okay.
They didn't learn?
So Jared Leto is going to be, is Tron in time? Is that going to be it?
What was that?
What?
It's Tron in time?
Tron? Are you making a
Morbid he's making
time?
a Morbid.
Yeah, Morbid
Yeah,
time.
he
Yeah.
is.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry, bad joke.
No. No. He will not. No. Right.
I mean, you could have went with the dressed up as a giant cat thing, but
It's still.
you
How about
went with
no?
the Morbid side.
Just no.
But what's better than that is that we have Carissa Grant from Worthy Chaos, who you guys have had on before, and I've had her on before too, has 4 days left in her Kickstarter, and she has 91. I was the 91st person to pledge. She's going for 9 more, and she'll have 100 people, and she'll probably end up, from the looks of it, getting all of her stretch goals complete. And
nice.
Yeah, and
If you,
if
yeah,
you want.
that. Perfect.
Yeah, you can go right there and check her out. We've had her. She's great. She's just a lovely human being, too.
Word.
And her comics are really... Yeah. Throw that up for a little
So
bit.
Kickstarter.com/projects / Worthy Chaos Comics / Worthy Chaos Redemption.
Yeah.
That's a
So,
mouthful.
but
I hope
if
people
you,
can
Redemption.
read that. I hope people can read that are watching this. That'll be really
well, if you
Or
just do
can pause.
or do a
Screenshot.
search,
Oh,
do a
look
search
at you,
for
Kari.
Kickstarter and Worthy Chaos.
I was trying to type it in as Brandon
Yeah.
was saying it, but then he went all fucking mush mouth from Fat Albert all of a sudden. Hey,
Yeah, so just Google
Okay.
Kickstarter and Worthy Chaos Comics. I'm sure that'll pop up.
Yeah, I
Also,
got the
if you
first
go over
one, and it was
Kickstarter,
amazing.
if you go over there and search electric socks, that would just really make me laugh because I don't know why you would do what I just told you to.
Well, let's put it in. Let's find out.
Oh god.
Well, Murder Hobo's going on too, but
Murder
Yeah.
hobo.
yeah,
That
by
looks
Joseph
so
Schmalke.
fun.
It does look a lot of fun. It's about a group of hobo, I guess special intelligence.
No electric
Is
socks.
this electric socks? Oh,
Yeah.
nobody's.
Murder hobo?
You don't have to look that one up.
No.
I
Okay.
was just dropping it for Mr. Schmalke. It's only been out for 2 days. He's almost at his whatever you call it.
Oh yeah. No, he already
He hit his
Oh, he
goal.
broke it. Look at that.
Yeah.
a few hours ago.
Good job, sir.
Good job, Joe.
Yeah. New ongoing series about the worst mercenaries in the lands of high adventure.
Yes. It looks funny. It has the first few pages on there too for a PDF if anybody wants to check it out.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm a big D&D player, and Murder Hobos. Oh my god, but it does look great.
Who is this PDF character? I don't know anybody named PD.
So there's a digital tier for just $5. You'll receive a PDF of Murder Hobo number 1. $10 for a PDF in the physical edition.
Otherwise known as a comic book.
It is.
Oh, it's like the physical version of a PDF.
20 will get you the unlockables for the campaign. So as they make more money, looks like they'll be unlocking some stuff.
Yeah, he just put up the stretch goals.
Oh, yeah. So unlocked, he didn't unlock it yet. The Cork Coaster. Premium sticker. Yeah. So it looks like both stretch goals might be met.
I think those, yeah.
Cool.
And Carissa went really hardcore with some of her stuff. She got
she's got like insane.
She got this
she's
metal.
a marketer.
Oh my god, she is the most energetic human being. She makes Velvet look like he's sleeping. She has all those metal things. She made a bunch of heavy metal tiers so that you can get like basically everything in metal, as well as getting it in just regular. I couldn't afford to go up into the eye of a tier, but
so she met her goal.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she's
on.
Yeah, she's hoping to get 100. But yeah, she got fun stuff.
Only 4 days left, right?
Yeah, 4 days, and then we'll get to see what happens next. Because she's been writing this for, what was it, like? Didn't they have like 11 novels worth of material?
I think something like that. She was saying that she had her and her writing partner there.
That's lengthy.
Yeah.
Novels, not just comic book.
Oh yeah,
novels. I'm like, good lord.
$75, you'll get the plushie.
Cthulhu?
Along with issue 5
merman
cover.
plushie. Or is it merman plushie?
It's a zombie merman.
Merman.
There's the Anubis plushie too.
Yeah.
My name is Shlomo Merman. It's very nice to meet you.
I work in insurance.
I know I am a bit of a risk taker. I did not go into accounting like my brothers and my sister, but I had to spread my wings and fly. Oh, I'm an actuary. I place direct value on people's lives.
I wanted to be an actuary. That would have been fun.
Well, actuarially.
So what the hell is, you talked about it over the other day, Barbenheimer?
Oh, the fact
Oppenheimer.
Oppenheimer and Barbie are
Barbie.
coming out on the same day.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, they're doing this crazy thing where they're playing Barbie and Oppenheimer at the same time.
Oh, it's
called a portmanteau, Leo, when you take two words and combine them to make a new one. Like Brangelina or Bennifer or something not celebrity related.
Those are really old ones.
Yeah, I'm really old, so
I'm just curious why you would want to watch Barbie and Oppenheimer at
because why not? They released them on the same it's a weird choice to release them on the same day.
I guess it's to take away from being like really brought down intellectually, and then you're like, okay, I'm gonna watch something smart to maybe digest what I just took in with Oppenheimer.
I think
Nobody
I think
caught that, but-
I think Oppenheimer and Barbie, they are two very different movies. People will make the choice of what kind of movie it is they want to go see before they see it.
I'm surprised it's making
a lot
the money
of them are doing
making.
both.
Yeah,
I will say, if people are doing both, then the only reasonable reaction / response I can have is what springs to mind immediately for me is Michael Caine in The Dark Knight as Alfred Pennyworth and explaining to Bruce essentially what the situation is altogether here. And in that instance, I honestly think it just boils down to some men just want to watch the world burn. That's all there is to it. Like that's it. And I don't even mean like the audience members doing that. It's like the studios themselves. Like, that's it. We'll pit Oppenheimer against Barbie. They won't know whether they're coming or going, laughing or crying. It's going to be fantastic. And it looks like no matter what happens that weekend, there's going to be a bomb at the theater.
Could be just for very poorly matched couples that have no interest in anything the other one does.
Barbie. The name's Barbie Oppenheimer. She's a bombshell.
Oh. Wasn't that Mitch had that last night?
Yeah,
didn't he?
last night.
Oh,
A
he
blonde
did?
bomb. Yeah, he was saying
okay,
a cosplay
Brandon.
outfit would be to
there.
put a
Whatever,
wig
this-
on it and call it a blonde
This
bombshell.
interview is over.
Yeah, I'm gonna win the cosplay contest by doing that. I have a blonde wig somewhere around here. I'm gonna wear a bomb on me and be like bombshell. Blonde bombshell. No.
I like it.
Well, you said whoever does it will win the cosplay contest.
What do you?
And I know it has a cash prize.
Just jumping back on some of the news that we were talking about here. What do you all think of Nathan Fillion being cast as Guy Gardner?
I think it's his normal demeanor.
Yeah.
Kind of what he's cast as all the time. This kind of I do think also it age-wise he doesn't really fit with the rest of the cast, but
yeah, I know we kind of touched on it. I just kind of there's a little bit more to his being cast as this character, particularly I think because there's been a history. Yeah, because he was like a lot of people's number one pick for a very, very long time to play Hal Jordan in a Green Lantern movie. Excuse me. And then he did voice Green Lantern in one of the animated movies. I know that. But
was it
I've
just
seen
one?
Maybe it was two. I don't know. But I will say some people, not even the age thing, because he actually looks better now than he did just a few years ago. Like he got in shape and he lost a lot of weight because his back was all jacked up for a while, so he couldn't like do anything. But some folks were saying that they just they don't think he's angry enough to play Guy Gardner and stuff like that. I've seen it from several different places. Well, and that was my thing. I was like, he's an actor, so I'm sure he can play exactly. And I said this to in a few different places too. I was like, I'm sure he can play exactly what the written role calls for. But also, I don't think of Guy Gardner as being constantly angry. Guy Gardner is just hot-headed. There's a difference. He has an incredibly short fuse. He's not seething. He's a fucking jock.
Doesn't deal with stupidity very well.
Yeah, he fucks around and shit. He mouths off. But if like somebody says something to him and it just hits him the right way, he's like, "What?" And that's when he just goes off. But he's not like constantly angry. And I think and he is always up for a fight, and he doesn't respond well to authority. I think all things being equal, you add just like that short fuse bit to it, and you're really describing how he played Mal in Firefly.
Yeah.
So I'm quite okay with this. Nathan Fillion's good in everything he's in for the most part that I've seen.
By the way, he's voiced Green Lantern for DC 7 times and a bunch of times for Robot Chicken.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah, so he was Green Lantern in Death and Return of Superman, Reign of the Supermen, the Death of the Superman. Let's see, that's Robot Chicken. Justice League Throne of Atlantis, Justice League Flashpoint Paradox, Justice League Doom, and Green Lantern Emerald Knights.
Okay. Yeah, but a lot of people always thought he'd be right for Hal Jordan, and this definitely, I'm sure, threw a lot of folks off. Par for the course for me. I think the one piece of casting that we're definitely going to see is I am like 93% on, because Michael Rooker shows up in everything James Gunn does. I am like 93% on Michael Rooker being cast as Bebowski for his Superman movies. It makes perfect sense. It really does. If you think about Michael Rooker and just like his demeanor and everything, and how Bibbo is in Superman comics, like from the 90s and stuff, Bibbo is just like, big, like galoot that lived in like the Suicide Slums area. He wins the lottery, and he buys the Ace of Clubs bar in the neighborhood, and he's like trying to turn into like a nice place. He's trying to help clean up the neighborhood, and he was always like a big mouth and shit. And he met Superman one day, and Superman was like, "Hey, why don't you not push people around and kind of throw your weight around like that, and instead help everyone, do what you can, and make this a better place to live. It can't always be on everyone else around you." And from that point on, he became like the biggest fan of Superman, and he would always go around saying like, "Superman's my favorite. I love that guy." And he was like the number one fan. And Superman actually does like Bibbo a lot. And over the course of the years in the 90s, he would stop by and like, see Bibbo in Hobbs End, or Suicide Slum as it's called, in Metropolis. I can't believe I know portions of a fake city like that. But Hobbs Bay,
out on a
Hobbs
map.
End, Hobbs Bay. But yeah, it's I honestly can't. I cannot. If they do have Bibbo in it, I can't see anybody but Michael Rooker playing him. It would be perfect.
I think that would be a perfect casting.
Yeah. But nobody's talking about it. Like, I'm the only person I know that keeps bringing it up. I'm like, listen, James Gunn,
cool character.
Yeah, James Gunn loves this, like, loves reading comics. Like, he's been upfront about that for years. He's like, I read comics. I like comics. And there's no way that he doesn't have some kind of affinity for the character of Bibbo. I mean, he's a great, like, man on the street, like, person to just show how they react to Superman. Just somebody who doesn't have this like regular and adventurous interaction with him, but it's more like a, "Hey, Bibbo, how you doing? Hey, Superman, how's it going?" Like it was very cool to see. It was refreshing. I think he mostly showed up in issues of Man of Steel, I believe, by Louise Simonson and Carl Bogdanov. John Bogdanov. I'm sorry. But yeah. Trying to figure out who else would round out the cast. I really hope that they really don't have Lex feature too heavily in this movie.
I want to see maybe buildings being built by LexCorp or something like that in the background. Really high tech stuff going on. Yeah,
I mean, I feel like I said, there should be a fair amount of that like future deco stuff going on throughout the city anyway. It should look like Metropolis, City of Tomorrow, the big apricot, everything that they say about it in the comics and how they show it in the comics, because Metropolis is like this really clean, bright, shining city, except for like Suicide Slums, because it's like where crime is rampant, and that's an issue in and of itself. you know, a lot of people like in the comics over the years be like, why doesn't Superman do more? Blah, blah, blah. And it's like, you don't understand. He wants to. You guys, there are so many like crime bosses in this area that are willing to kill everyone around them to keep Superman and other people like him out. And that's why it was left up to somebody like Jim Harper, the Guardian, to like roll around and kick the shit out of people because nobody knew who the fuck he was. Anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, I know there's a deep dive on Superman shit, but
It's all good stuff.
it's all characters, you know.
Yeah.
I'm learning.
Oh, yeah, the Newsboy Legion. Actually, did we all watch My Adventures with Superman?
Yes, we did.
Last week?
I was pleasantly surprised by it.
Yeah.
I kind of shocked that I liked it. I was going into it a little bit jaded because the commercial made me think kind of kiddie stuff and whatever. And I was like, why does Jimmy Olsen and it looked like they had powers and stuff. I was like, what are they doing? A whole Superman team here? But no, I was wrong.
Yeah, I was like really impressed with it. And also really impressed with Chris Parnell. Because that surprised me. Because he was the voice of Slade.
Yep.
And it's like, this is the guy that does fucking Jerry's voice on Rick and Morty. This is Chris Parnell from Saturday Night Live. That doesn't make sense at all. But yeah, I thought it was done really, really well, and I'm curious to see where they move along. It was very clever what they did with the villain in it. You do realize who that was, right?
No. Am I?
Laura Willis. Listen, there's always clues in things like that. That's when you got to pay attention. The devil's in the details. Laura Willis is the villain created on the animated series at first and then brought into the comic books, Livewire.
I thought she had a resemblance, but I didn't think they were going to go there. All right.
Yeah, she was Livewire. But
my kid actually asked me about that. It's like, is that Livewire? I was like, no, this is a different character.
Well, now you can tell your kid, hey, guess what?
I was wrong.
Confirmation that you were correct. You win the no prize this week.
Where can we catch this at?
Adult Swim.
Okay.
Or on
Max the day after.
Oh, okay. I can go there.
So it's Adult Swim, tomorrow at midnight?
Yeah.
I was also thought they were going to go wicked edgy with it too, since it was on Adult Swim. I was like, are they going to try to make Superman into this like shock value kind of thing going on? And they didn't.
Is it Thursdays or Fridays?
I believe it's Thursday nights.
Oh, all right.
At midnight.
Yeah. The kind of cool thing about the fact that it comes out at midnight is it actually does show up on Max like the same day, essentially. Yeah. You know, so if you're not up at midnight or whatever, you can wake up and it'll likely be there, because I was surprised to see that it was on there straight away in the morning on Friday. Cool. So yeah. They're doing a bang up job with it so far. Let's see how. Oh, I was gonna say though, the kids that are talking with Lois inside of the convenience store, that's the Newsboy Legion. They they updated it for the cartoon. That's why they're the News Kid Legion. I got a huge kick out of that, because
I also appreciate how they're doing the origin for it, at just giving you little snippets at the beginning of each episode. They're not boring you with it.
Honestly, the one gripe I had, and it's not really a gripe, but like once I say it, you're gonna see it and be like, oh yeah, why? Clark in this show as a kid, this is not really a spoiler, he doesn't know he has any powers. Just in the first scene we see him, he's probably like what, 11, 12 years old, and he's what is it? It's a kite. It's a pentagonal shaped kite that, obviously it's blue, yellow, and red, so it's indicative of Superman, but it's stuck up in the tree, and he's like jumping, and he can't make his way up to it, and he's like, oh come on, this sucks. And lady's car haywire, and he's like, oh no, and he finds suddenly that he's able to like move really fast and he's really strong. And then he goes back and he jumps up and grabs the kite, and he's like, oh right, and that's when he's like, what? And he realizes he's floating. The entirety of this time, Clark Kent is wearing glasses. And I don't know the fuck why.
That's true, because he had nothing to hide at that time.
Nothing at all. It makes no sense to me whatsoever. It was not a good choice.
Maybe he just has poor vision in this version.
Well, here's the thing. That makes no sense. Yeah, that makes no sense because Kryptonians, you know what I mean? Like they're part of the reason why they're able to come to Earth and absorb solar radiation is because like of how far along they are evolutionarily speaking. Like they don't have things like poor eyesight and shit like that. So just on a base level, you know, it is a society that did fuck around with genetic engineering and cloning for a while. Yeah. So even if you went with like the Man of Steel version where he was like the first natural birth and God knows how long, I mean, he's still coming from genetically perfected stock over fucking centuries. There's not really any strong likelihood that he would have any sort of underlying condition or what have you when he was born. And I don't think myopia was a problem that too many Kryptonians had to fucking focus on. I didn't need to make it a blurry vision joke.
I saw what you did there.
But yeah, I mean, somebody said to me, they're like, "Oh, well, you know,
you got it too."
Okay, it's a little weird, but other than that, it's honestly 100% what I wanted it to be. And I think that pretty much wraps it up for.
Yeah.
We there was an Ahsoka thing that came out. No, we should probably wrap it up though.
Well, if you guys want to keep it going, my back is starting to spasm, so it's
I mean, I know that sucks for you, but for me, it's great news because it means the voodoo doll I bought is working.
Ahsoka August 18th, but we'll definitely talk more about that next week.
2-part episode premiere, so there's that. Secret Invasion was out today, but it just came out today, so not very many people had a chance to watch it.
Don't want to spoil it. Big.
It was good.
It was good.
Yeah,
it was good. This series has gone by so quickly at this point. It's
a lot of people say it's slow. I find it.
No, this is perfect.
I'm exactly what part of it.
This is exactly the reason why Marvel Disney Plus shows should exist. Like for this is exactly the thing I was talking about. It shouldn't be a superhero thing. It should be a genre thing that happens to have the superheroes in it. Like it's not what is right on the face of it. It's this. You know, this is Nick Fury. This is Skrulls, but this is a spy intrigue thriller. You know, like, and that's what we're seeing. And you know, they have not had enough standout shit in regards to that. I think honestly, like when it comes to the right approach that differentiates itself and is really going for a particular thing, is WandaVision and this. That's my 2 cents on that. You should check it out. But anyway, let's round it up, Leo, because we don't want you to fucking die.
Yeah, thank you. I want to thank everybody for watching. You know how to find me. All the information is show notes. I do a bunch of shows during the week that these other people will talk about, including this one, Still Token with Comics Paradox with, Brandon will tell you about comics.
And I'll talk about splash pages.
Yeah. Comics are usually 32 pages, have ads in them, and they traditionally used only 4 colors, but then they upgraded once. Marvel Comics actually bought out Malibu for a proprietary coloring system they had. It changed the face of the game across the industry. Oh, you meant Comics Paradox, the podcast. Oh, you should. That was confusing, Leo. I was really thrown off. No, everyone, I'm Powerful Brandon. The podcast that Leo brought up, and I mentioned here, Comics Paradox. It's me, Leo, and our friend Justin Cooper. We talk about Marvel's What Ifs, DC's Elseworlds, and all other kinds of alternate reality takes and tales about stories and/or characters you may already know and love. Such as Age of Apocalypse from X-Men, or Amalgam Comics involving both Marvel and DC, or even Star Wars Infinities by Dark Horse Comics, where they did sort of what-if scenarios for each one of the movies in the original trilogy. Aside from that, we also do the Dork Night podcast, in which we cover all things Batman, just discuss and dissect everything. I like to say it's two guys who really love Batman and me because they asked me to be there. And it's a lot of fun. We switch off between those two every other Sunday. Other than that, you can check me out on Instagram at This Brandon Has Powers, on Twitter at Brandon's Powers. And if you want to check out the Powers Combined Facebook group, please do so. We're just a big consortium of dorks, nerds, and geeks that like to share news, memes, info, good times, and laughs to be had by all. Our number one rule there is don't be a jerk. If you violate that, you will be booted immediately. And for those two podcasts, as well as any number of other things on the Dorkening Podcast Network.com, you can find them wherever fine podcasts are broadcast.
Awesome. Yo.
Yo St. Laurent on Instagram and Threads, because I did join that. So yeah, just Yo St. Laurent on Instagram and Threads, and somewhere with a cat following me around or jumping on me randomly.
Yo-Yo, Yo-Yo's the man with the nickname so nice we had to say it twice.
Follow me on Facebook, Jeremy Courtney. Check out Comic Book Lovers Buy, Sell, Trade, and Auction House, also on Facebook. And check out Splash Pages every Tuesday night at 8 o'clock on Facebook or YouTube. And check out The Token Dead also every Wednesday at 7 o'clock on Facebook, YouTube, and other places. Same with Mid Week Geeks at 9 o'clock on Facebook, blah, 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 blah. And hopefully soon, the re-education of Nar, or Nancy Ann Ritter, will be debuting. So Woohoo. Keep your fingers crossed, nice. And I might be showing people it.
Nice. Kari.
Hey, everybody. Just look me up on Facebook at Kari Sanders. If you see a crow, you know it's me. I have all of my links there. When I'm not hanging out with these fine gents, I am spending time over on the Owl Light Network, which is more of a storytelling style of podcast network. We have shows every Sunday, and this Friday, we're doing our second ever episode of Tomb of the Terrible, where we review B movies, and we are doing Killer Sofa by Bernie Rao this week. It's going to be super fun, so come join us.
Yeah. Awesome.
Nice.
Yeah.
With that, we'll catch you guys later. Bye.
Goodbye. Bye.
Bye, everybody.